Stokvels are growing in popularity and form. What was originally a collective savings scheme aimed at helping the costs of burials has now evolved into schemes worth millions of rand in cash and savings. The last quarter of the year is a time when most would prepare to share those savings. Stokvel, the founder of the Stokvel Academy, is an expert in Stokvels with rich experience. She has helped many of these savings schemes to become more efficient, transparent, and most importantly, to grow.
I joined my first Stokvel in 1981, but it went beyond just a social get-together, I started just analyzing the value of that Stokvel besides the social component. What is it really doing it for me, from a personal development perspective? And I was just questioning a lot of things. I was one of those Stokvel members who was just, but why are we not doing this way?
As the Stokvel industry grows and evolves, it attracts attention from other industries such as banks, which have come up with a number of solutions to assist the Stokvels to grow. Stokvel says it is important to educate Stokvels to look beyond saving for basics. This is why she has started the Stokvel Academy.
That education component was more refined by my observation of the Stokvels that are typically consumer Stokvels, like for example buying groceries, because one of the things that I've been doing in the Stokvel space was to market products on behalf of my clients. And I realized that, I think there is a need to educate Stokvels about how can you actually save your money to buy your basic commodities, but also look into investment. But how do you do that? You need to be educated formally, because marketers would just say buy as many as you can, in terms of products. So that's where this thing of actual formal education started. Said, okay, you may be a grocery Stokvels, but you need someone to actually say, check, if you've saved 250,000 as a grocery Stokvels, how about looking into long-term investment, long-term savings? So I sat down and said, okay, what is the vehicle for that education? And that's how the Stokvel Academy was born.
Stokvel believes Stokvels can be used effectively to alleviate poverty, create jobs, and be used as a funding vehicle for funding businesses.
I think it's high time now that Stokvels should see themselves as funders of business startups, because we all know that there are one of the top banks in South Africa was actually started on the micro-lending concept. So, and we are still doing it. There's so much that circulates within Stokvels. That money must now start, we have to use it to actually enable those people who are entrepreneurial, but they feel that they can't access funding from the formal institutions. To me, that is one of the most important evolutions that need to take place, Job creation. Stokvels can actually be job creators. Allow your Stokvel to be a platform for different members to display entrepreneurial skills. For example, those who are computer geniuses, they can share their skills with fellow Stokvel members. A simple task like sending and receiving an email is still foreign to some people, especially some of the Stokvel members. They hardly ever have email addresses. We live in wireless communication times. Those who have laptops can bring them to the Stokvel meeting and show other members how they work.
With her years of experience being an advisor and contributing columnist for various publications, Stokvel keeps copies of her work as a way to preserve the legacy of Stokvels so that the future generation can understand its history and evolution. Stokvel is hopeful that South Africa's economy can be somewhat turned around by the Stokvel industry. SABC News, Johannesburg.